Hey everybody, Marcus Tuttle here. Thanks for looking at this. I just wanted to compare EXP's model with the flat fee shop. There's several that you can choose from. I think they are a viable option. Just depends on what you want to do with your career. And compare it to EXP. I'm with EXP, obviously, and a growth leader within this organization. And I think that there are different strokes for different folks. So let's look right to it. As far as the flat fee shops, there's HomeSmart, there's Real Estate One Immobilia, there's JPAR. There's these options for you if you want to engage in a flat fee shop. But let's get down to the numbers. I think that it's somehow telling if you just have a few deals and you don't want to worry about engaging in growth or let's say residual income, or only do a few files. I think it's a spot for you, but let me share what I've got it broken down to. So $250,000 increments, $250, $500, $750 for your gross commission, the production levels of your business. And I put it up against a 2.75 commission split, which represents not 2.5, not 3, but 2.75. Here is the, I'm just gonna pick a number out of the air, $500. I think this is based in reality, and can throw it up against EXP. So we got an 80-20 split, and we pay on this first transaction $1,375 to the house, to EXP. So right here, $5,500 compared to $6,375, right? That wins. So it's $875 difference. And let's just extrapolate that out. So let's run the numbers as far as your production and see if it makes sense. So all the way out here is the production level on this 2.75 at $3 million is when approximately we'd give the company $16,500, and then we'd go to 100% split, 100% commission. And here's how it would play out. So on this 3.25 million, 3.2 million. Then right here you'd have your commission, and then right here 89,375, and then I would minus 16,000 to represent that cap. So that's how it would break out. So here is the comparison. So right here we get a little more because, all right, this is how it breaks out. So here's where you're at, 89.25 versus 80,250 on this 3.25 million. Here's where here's where the 16,000 adds up to EXP, and where we might be equivalent right here. So 210 is where we're at on the flat fee shop when the flat fees, the 500s equal 16.5, and so 8.25 million. So let's just talk about where right when that 8.25 million is also where you might get the production award of 16,000 as an icon agent. If your production is up around that, then I think it really pulls ahead. So up until here, up until 8.25 million, the 159 versus the 155. Of course, the flat fee shop makes sense, but up around the 8.25, if you can get your production up, then here's what it would look like. That is a cap at EXP, a cap plus 20 transactions, or a cap and $5,000 as far as a transactional fee of $5,000, which is an icon fee, if you'll just frame it like that. So you'll get the $16,000 cap back. So right here on the 8.25, I've calculated as that. Here's when your icon award comes in, which is a cap. Let's go back here and just talk about. So you got at your cap right here about on transaction 13, and the production award of this icon thing is your cap plus 20 transactions. So 20 plus 13 is 33. Let me see where I've got it here. Hopefully I've done it correctly. 34. On this 34th transaction, we kick in and have the $16,000 icon award. So 210 versus 226. That looks like about, is that right? $16,000 more. And it just keeps going from there. So by the time 12 million kicks around, then 312 plus 3 minus 336 basically 337 minus 313. So a significant amount. So that's one way where it pulls up. We pull ahead around 8.25 million in this scenario that I've put up. And the second way, if you'll just look at my slide here, and those flat fee shops, many of them are franchises. And let me show you. So I'm just going to present right here. Here's what a transaction franchise looks like. You got an international company or a national company that sells regions for money, capital outlay, and then the regional owner develops a region, looks for people to take a risk and invest further capital into sometimes bricks and mortar, most times bricks and mortar. They go out and find locations and have commercial leases, and then they staff it. Professional recruiters, managers, and staff to run the business, the details of a real estate transaction, and then the agents provide the revenue. EXP is different; it's not a franchise. So here's what they do: that on this franchise model, the agents' revenue fuels the people, fuels the profits of the regional owners and the international company, and the managers. They are warranted this for their hard work. Here's what also happens. EXP is not a franchise. It's an independent company, and there's an economy of scale because of the disruptive technology. So we don't have regional owners, we don't have market center owners, we don't have staff, only the basic staff with an economy of scale with our disruptive technology. And our agents are put first, and this platform supports the agents in the form with this disruptive technology, the broker's operations. We have an economy of scale within our disruptive technology. It's our EXP world. We're giving stock awards for production. This is ownership in the company. So we are part owners in this company, which is a separate thing from a franchise operation. We're rarely, if ever, given opportunities to own part of the company that we work. So we also share the revenue because of the economy of scale and the fact that we're not locked into commercial leases and these franchise agreements, that they are sharing the revenue. Here's our disruptive technology. And so I didn't want to focus on that. I don't want to talk about the numbers. The way that we're able to do that is by the ability to share the revenue. We're able to do this, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I wanted to show you real quick what it looks like. Our equity sharing plan is as such. So I'll present. So if you're able to attract a person to this company, offer them a raise, offer them the benefits that I've talked about recently, health insurance, a great many success tools, KV Core, they're just getting a larger and larger the opportunity to own part of the company that they work. So if you attract a person into there and they do about 2.6 million at a 3% cap, in my model, it was about 3 million in production as with a 2.75% commission, then you as the person that attracted them into the company would get $2,800. If they only did half of that, you'd get $1,400. And if they attract people, then you would get, as the sponsor of the sponsor, you would get $3,200. And again, if they only did a half a cap, then you get half of $3,200, and that's what my model is based on. So hopefully I'm going fast enough, but not too fast. Here's what that would look like. This will be available in the notes, just a real basic sheet with my math on there. You can verify it. Let's just say you're going to be 6 years left in the business. You want to get off the hamster wheel in 6 years. So in this first year, you're able to attract less than one per month, 5 people in a year, and you can do that for 6 years. And let's also assume that the people, let's go through the math. So at the end of year 6, you and your people, your organization, they can do half a cap. They can produce some real estate. And so it's not 2,800. I'm halving that. So 30 times 1,400 is 42,000. G3 times I3. And let's say that your people, your organization, they're less than half as good as you, and they can get 2 per year into their organization. And at the end of the 6 years, you're growing, but they're still only able to get 2 per year. They don't get any better. So 10 times 20, 15 times 2, not 10 times 20, 10 times 2 is 20, 15 times 2 is 30, 20 times 2 is 40, 25 times 2 is 50, 30 times 2 is 60. So at the end of your 6 years, you've got 30 people in your organization on level 1, and you've got 60 people on level 2. And they're only doing half a cap. So let's say some are doing 0, some are doing a full cap, and it averages to half. So that's 96,000 plus 42,000. By my math, that's 132 and 6, 138,000 times every year that these people, this is residual, every year that this person is part of the company. How can they do that? You might think, is it sustainable? This is sustainable because we don't have bricks and mortar. We don't have commercial leases. We don't have professional recruiters. We don't have redundant broker salaries in an area. And we're having triple digit growth. If you just want to see what's up, please take a look. And that is again, I'll make this sheet available to you on this video. So this is Marcus Tuttle. If you have any interest, I'll do a one-on-one phone call with you. Hope to hear from you and see if it's an option for your career growth. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.